Now we're going to question 18. Let's start with the prompt. Which choice completes a text so it conforms to the conventions of standard English? Another way to say that is, which one is grammatically correct? This is a grammar question. So let's start reading. Physical materials can be classified by how much light passes through them. Clear glass, which is classified as transparent, allows all light to pass through wax paper, which is classified as translucent, allows only some light to pass through. So as I'm reading it, when I get here, suddenly things don't make sense. And that brings us to an important rule, which is that you want to always read to the end of your grammar texts. There's something psychological going on. It's very easy for a test writer to write something that kind of assumes you won't read all the way to the end and kind of lures you into a little bit of a mistake here. And so if we commit that we're always reading all the way to the end, sentences will read very differently. Because what's happening here is that the second idea is a new idea. It says wax paper, which is classified as translucent, allows only some light to pass through. So now that I kind of am and sort of cued into what's going on here, I'm going to read it differently. Clear glass, which is classified as transparent, allows all or almost all light to pass through. Wax paper, on the other hand, which is classified as translucent, allows only some light to pass through. So we're kind of reading it now where we're understanding that this is kind of two full ideas. It's the idea of the semicolon, which, by the way, in our special punctuation rules, which you should know, is for two independent clauses, two things that could each be their own sentence. That's when you use a semicolon. So that's what we have here. Another thing we want to point out is that this is a middle modifier here. So clear glass allows all or almost all light to pass through. So both of these are what we would call middle modifiers. A modifier would be a clause, except it's missing the subject, the verb, or both. If it's deleted, the rest of the sentence is okay. And you kind of have to read through your middle modifiers a little bit so that you can get a nicer idea of what's being said in the overall sentence. The middle modifier can be separated from the rest of the sentence by commas, parentheses, like it is here, or even long dashes. But the point is, like I said, to just kind of read right around them so you can understand what's going on. So we can notice that these are two independent clauses. And so the answer, like I said, is C.